Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to learn about the MACD, which is short for Moving Average Convergence Divergence. It's a trading indicator created by Gerald Apple in the 70s. It's supposed to tell you about changes in momentum, direction, and the strength of the move. I'm going to show you some examples of how I use it to make my trading decisions. I use the indicator as a trigger to buy and as a trigger to sell. The reason I like using MACD is because it allows me to be patient and not overtrade. I use a filter, which I will discuss later, that allows me to only take certain trades I'm comfortable with. I don't buy every signal that MACD alerts me to. But before we jump in, I just want to tell you to always use stop losses when trading and always diversify. And I like to keep things very simple. When you complicate things, that's when you run into trouble. So let's go ahead and jump into some examples. The first stock is THRX. Here's a daily chart. And as you can see on my chart, I've got some moving day averages. I've got the 50-day, 20-day, 200-day, and the 5-day moving average. And on the bottom here is the MACD histogram, which gives me the buy and sell triggers. Now, what I do is if the MACD histogram gives me a buy trigger, and the stock, the 5-day moving average, is trading below the 50-day and the 20-day moving averages, I don't take the trade. So in this case, the MACD is giving me a buy signal, but the 5-day is clearly below both the 20-day and the 50-day. So I don't place, so I'm not buying here. As you can see, I won't buy here either, but this is where it sort of gets interesting. Now the 5-day crosses both above the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages, and the MACD histogram is showing green bars. So this is where I would place the trade. So I would avoid all this here, this downtrend, but as soon as the 5-day crosses above these moving averages, and the MACD is showing green bars, this is where I would place the trade. So in this case, I purchased a stock at around 13.25, and you are off to the races until the price breaks the 5-day moving average here. So you can either take this trade here, sell here at around 19.75, or you can wait until the MACD gives you a sell signal, which is around 19. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at another stock, Sage. Ticker symbol is SAGE. And in this case, you get a buy signal here, and the 5-day is trading above both the 50-day and the 20-day moving averages. So you'd purchase stock here, and you can either sell on a break of the 5-day moving average here, or wait until the MACD gives you a sell signal. But in this case, it'd probably be, you'd make around about 50-60 cents on the stock. Okay, and here's another stock, Sage. So here you get a buy signal from the MACD histogram, and the 5-day is still below the other line, so I wouldn't take the trade here until it gets to about here, where the 5-day crosses right above these two lines. So this is where I would purchase a stock at, which is 41.24. And as you can see, it is off to the races. And here's another stock, HZNP. Again, we get a buy signal here, purchased a stock here, and it is off to the races. You do get a sell signal here, but you get another buy signal here. So you can sell here, make some money, buy the stock again at this level here, which really works well. Okay, and here is a daily chart of MW Men's Warehouse. You get a buy signal here on the MACD histogram, but I wouldn't take the trade here because the 5 days below these two lines. But I put the stock on a watch list and wait for the 5 day to break above these two lines, which it does around here at this level. So I purchased the stock here, which is around 45.58, and again the stock hits 51.55 until it breaks the 20-day moving average here, where you can get out, or you can also get out here where the MACD histogram gives you a sell signal. So both would work. Okay, and this is a daily chart of OLED. I get a buy signal here, but I don't take the trade because the 5-day moving average is below all of these lines. But I definitely keep it on a watch list and wait for the 5-day to break above all of these moving averages, which it does around here. So I would definitely take the trade here at 31.46-ish, around there. And as you can see, it is off to the races. Okay, and here's a daily chart of CSH. I hope you're starting to get the picture. We are getting a buy signal here, but I don't take the trade because the 5-day is below both of these lines. But I would definitely watch this stock until about right here, where it breaks above all of these lines and MACD is showing a green bar. So it's okay to place the trade here at around 21.57 and for a nice little gain of around $4 or $5. And here's a daily chart of NBLY Mobileye. We can clearly see some buy signals here, right there, and there's one right there. But again, I don't take the trade because the 5-day is below both of these lines. But I'll wait, I'll wait for the stock and for the 5-day to move above both the 20-day and the 50-day, which it does right here. At this level, it's around 40-ish, and the MACD is showing a green bar, so I'll take the trade here. And again, you get a nice little move here, around a $4 or $5 move, until it breaks the 5-day moving average. So you can sell here, or wait for the MACD to give you a sell signal, which comes out around 42-ish or so. And here's a daily chart of GOGO. Again, you get some buy signals here, one right there and one right there. But I don't take any of these because the 5-day is below these lines until about here, where it breaks above all of these lines. The MACD is showing a green bar. Take the trade here, which is around 17.10, for around a $4 move or so. You can again sell right here when it breaks the 5-day moving average, or when you get a sell signal. And here's a daily chart of Caesar. Again, same deal here. You get some buy signals here, which I ignore. One right there, one right there. But I'll watch the stock, and right here is a nice move above both of these lines. So I'll place the trade here around 10.85 for a nice move to around hits 12.36. And here's a daily chart of CYBR, and get a little buy signal here, which I ignore, and until about here, where the 5-day goes above these two lines. I'll place the trade here at 41.60 for a nice move to around 70.56. Hope this helps, and look out for more videos. Thank you.